Testing. All right. You can cut out that other.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, see y'all from Texas, where we should ride in swangers and put diamonds in our neck.
How's everybody doing tonight? Woo, it is Friday night. Ain't gonna keep everybody too long tonight, but it's your boy Doc Holiday. We're back with another HBCU tonight. It's always powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like the stream, comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. Also, remember, we do simulcast between YouTube and Twitter. So all my folks that's on Twitter that's watching right now, hit the follow button on the Twitter page. And then also come on to the YouTube side and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to, you will get exclusive membership, everything, whatever you want from me, myself. We got it going on for a good price of $4.99. So not to try to break nobody's pockets. But it is towards the end of March, and this month has went by pretty fast. Now we head into the month of April. I don't know what else to say, but this month has gone by pretty fast. Get ready. A lot of folks are into spring football session right now, and then everybody's about to have their spring games coming up. In fact, I think Jackson State has their spring game pretty much coming up in like 2 weeks. If I'm not mistaken, 2 weeks. What's good, family? What's good? You see me, if you see me right now, I got the shirt on right now. Always in the light. Even if the light is real bright. Always in the light. But other than that, got my purple drink up here. Basically Kool-Aid, so other than that. I know it's a kind of a slow night. It is the Sweet 16 going on this weekend. Today, it was yesterday and tonight. Then we got the Elite 8 tomorrow and Sunday. And after that, we'll have the Final Four coming up next Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, man, we're just having a good old time. We just trying to have a good old time up in here. And trying to see what James Harden trying to do on the good old parlay. Need him just go give me 22 points. That's all I need for James Harden. Other than that, man, look, I said everything. I started online therapy. Hey, I get the taxes done. I understand, because tax day is coming up pretty soon. So hurry up and get them done. I got my taxes done, and pretty much they're going to Peyton to child support. But I'd rather have it that way than to be behind and stuff like that. But again, I am doing. I did start my online, treatment, my therapy yesterday through online sessions, and very interesting to get all what I can get out, and at least for the first day, I was open, I was honest, I was not hesitant, I wasn't resistant to any type of help. So glad that I got that. Did that for an hour, then talked to the doctor who would prescribe me my medicine. And talked to her for about 45 minutes. 40 minutes. We was having a little bit of trouble trying to connect yesterday. But it was pretty much a good session. The first session yesterday. Other than that, I did tell him that at one point in time I was during pandemic and stuff, without I had no medicine, I self-medicated myself with weed. So that does not make me a weed head, does not make me a pothead, does not make me a stoner. I mean, it feels back in the day it was, but other than that, it just makes me feel more comfortable with who I am and some of the things that I go through. But I just want to put that out there in the atmosphere. Let me see if I can do right now. Put that out in the atmosphere. Oh my goodness. So I've also got I've also started pretty much kind of like a routine. Pretty much start a routine, just make sure I can get myself ready. What's going on, Mr. Charles? So that's what I do. I cook my lunch, cook dinner / lunch for tomorrow. Even though earlier around about 4:30, 5 o'clock, I ate 2 sandwiches. So I think I'm full. Hopefully I'm full. But got my lunch for tomorrow. Gonna make my breakfast tonight so I can have it for tomorrow. Got clothes out like I'm back in school and stuff. So pretty much I'm trying to keep myself on this path, keep myself on this trajectory. And then again, then also I'm more likely going to be writing everything down as far as what I plan on talking about with the shows. Good thing for this week, since our work schedule started, the work week started yesterday. But good thing about this week, I have a full whole week of work. I will be working in the morning, Saturday through Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I will basically be there to close the store, and who knows what's what happened after that. But it's a good thing that they do that. They did that for me because it's extra hours I got, and I ain't complaining. How you doing, Miss Mary? Not complaining at all. So I know I ain't gonna, like I said, I ain't gonna be on here too long. Trying to see if we're gonna have some Aggies come up here if they want to, if they can. I'm just saying, why you mad, bro? But anyway, I pretty much gonna be going. I think I'll be going to bed in probably about another 3 hours or so like that. So I ain't gonna be like I said, I'm not gonna be on here too long unless Mr. Ford comes on and we have a good old whole discussion about everything what's going on in HBCU sports and around the landscape too. But before we do all that, before we get ready to kick the whole show off, we're gonna go ahead and hit the good commercial break. Be right back. Just a minute. Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts. We are back and let's see what's out there in these HBCU Twitter streets. Let's just see what's out there right now. Let's see. Jackson State football had a pro day yesterday, and we have some notable players that actually contributed in their pro day. Shout out to Miss Rashida Liberty, who is an agent who represents Herb Mulligan and Robert McDaniel. But Herb went through his pro day and had some interesting numbers, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. I'm looking at reading off his numbers. The man can't be measured at 5'10", weighing at a good 206 pounds. That's a good size for every down running back. With the 36-inch vertical leap, 10-9 on his broad jump. Bench press 14 times. Had 14 reps on the bench. 4.3 on the shuttle, 7.07 on the 3-cone. And the number that everybody wanted to see was that 40-yard dash. He ran a 4.48 on the 40, and he had on his 10-yard split, he had a 1.51 on the split, which is that's very good when you look at everything that has to go through with a running back. The biggest thing that he wanted to work on, from what he said that he wanted to work on, was he wanted to work on his pass catching skills out of the backfield. And also, some teams will put running backs in, as a receiver, see if he can run routes. Basically just wants to be a all around back. I think he will be an all around back. I think he can be an all around back. And I think he can fit somebody's system in the NFL, just given the chance. So he would be more likely, from what I'm hearing from Steve White, from from NFL Network. Milligan Irv can be a day three, maybe a day three pick, or a undrafted free agent. And it just all depends on the need of a team, pretty much. What's going on, Troy? I'm trying to figure out the numbers for Robert McDaniel. Let me see. See if I can find them. There we go. And let me see what his numbers were. Let's see. His numbers came out to be pretty decent. Coming in at 6'2", weighing in at a good 212 pounds. We got Robert McDaniel. He's going to be projected as a safety. More likely a free safety. If you think about it, let's put it, just keep it a buck. Vertically, 39 and a half on his vertical jump, 10, 11 on his broad jump. The world record is still the record for combine pro days, combine / pro day, still belongs to Byron Jones. I think he broad jumped 12 feet. Bench press had 14 reps on the bench, 7.13 on the three cone. The numbers that everybody was looking at, his 40-yard dash, he ran a 4.55, and his 10-yard split is 1.56, which is still, I mean, in a sense, it's still good. Knowing that he probably wanted to run a little bit faster than that, he probably want to get it down to a low 4 or a high 4.4 or a low 4.5. But at the end of the day, that's still a good range for him. You're still looking at Robert McDaniels. He can play in the box. He can come in and play your slot as a slot corner. He can play the outside corner. He can play free safety. He can play strong safety. He can be a rover. He's pretty much everything that you want in a safety. Whoever gets him, as far as Robert McDaniel, he's going to be a day 3, if I'm not mistaken. I want him to be a day 3. I want him to be a day 3, so get him drafted. Or if not, like I said, the undrafted free agent is still a good thing, because they can control their own destiny now as far as picking a team where they want to go. Excuse me. But that is coming. That was from pro day. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see what else they had. Some other players that came in. I don't know. AJ Petty had the highest vertical jump yesterday. I don't know. He probably like a 41, 42, but he got it. He can get up there. He can get himself up there. But if you are in Jackson, next Saturday. Spring game next Saturday at 3 p.m. at the Vet. Gates open 2 hours prior. It is free to get in. But other than that, I'm seeing videos from the spring practice. Looking good. Team y'all want to look out for that I see with spring practice is Norfolk State. I think Coach Vic has pretty much found his niche, and he's pretty much being a coach. Let's see what's going on. Also, the NCAA, the Lions spring game proposal, which would have been a Colorado Syracuse spring game, spring football game, and trying to see what the reason why they say that. The NCAA has once again stirred controversy by rejecting a proposed spring game between Colorado and Syracuse, igniting a firestorm of criticism from fans and sports analysts alike. This decision has fueled debates about the NCAA's relevance in today's college sports landscape, with many arguing that its policies are not only outdated, but also detrimental to the growth and enjoyment of the sport. The backlash has led to discussions on whether major conferences should consider breaking away to establish their own governance, highlighting a significant rift between the NCAA's regulations and the evolving needs of college athletics. Really didn't say reason why it didn't. What was the reason for them to say no? All right, so here you go. This is from On 3. Said on Friday, the decision from the NCAA was made official. The FBS Oversight Committee will not recommend a waiver to allow the game to take place. They argue over programs are too far into spring practice to schedule such a game, as well as academic concerns and potential recruiting advantages not available to other programs. Sanders was the one to get the ball rolling on March 17th before Colorado spring practice began. He believes spring games should still occur as programs across the country decide to cancel them. But Sanders threw out going head to head against somebody else instead of an inter-squad scrimmage. The spring game will be televised on on the 19th. He said we got to sell this thing out and pack this thing. So he's basically saying, something just for Colorado, but the NCAA said that it's a lot of things, it's a lot of factors that go into this. Mainly the factor of because of the fact that they have a lot of teams are like either already in, they just started their spring practice, or they're getting ready to end their spring, their spring practice. Also, the other thing that they was talking about, they was worried about, is the fact that it was going to be more of a recruiting disadvantage for other teams that they ain't never seen like that. So basically, what they're saying is, if you bring the team to said place and you play the game, and the transfer portal opens up in around that time, then basically you can go after each other. You can go after each other players, unless they put it in writing, unless they have a mutual agreement, put it in writing, saying that we will not go after each other's players. We will not do anything like that. We would keep it respectful and basically competitive. Pretty much what it's saying is that the NCAA still has some sort of power, even though that they are archaic and outdated. I'm gonna say it just like that. And while we still talking about the NCAA football, Coach Prime has agreed to a 5-year extension worth $54 million. Now, where did Colorado come up with this money right here? Because at the end of the day, the man is a moneymaker. So pay him what it's worth. So that keeps Prime in there for an extra 5 years at Boulder. This lets him prove, this can prove to people that he can coach without his sons or Travis Hunter. He can develop players that are not named Shador, Shiloh, or Travis. I mean, it is what it is. So he's stuck. He's stuck in the mountains for another 4 years. So he's stuck in the mountains for the next 5 years. I mean, but he's about to get paid real. He's about to get paid real good. Just saying, about to get paid real good. Let's see what else is going on in these streets right now. I'm trying to see what's up. All right, UFL is back. The season kicked off tonight. Got a game tonight. 2 games I think a game tonight. 2 games tomorrow. 1 game on Sunday. So yeah, got the UFL is back. Now, since we talk about the UFL, what are the DC Defenders going to do as far as having a head coach? trying to see something. All right. Go to the current season. So the DC Defenders will be coached by Shannon Harris. But I don't think he will be the head. I think he will be. Say he's supposed to be the wide receivers coach at Tennessee State. I mean, quarterbacks coach at Tennessee State. So he's not going to be the head coach unless. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do this. I don't know how they're going to do this. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. I don't know how they're going to do this unless he's going to be the head coach. And once the season ends, he's going to come back to, he's going to go to Tennessee State and go ahead and be the quarterbacks coach for Tennessee State University. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting season for them. So we shall see what happens. But overall, I don't know. This might be a lost season for the Defenders. Because he basically took the Reggie Barlow took the whole staff. Took the whole staff. All right. Other than that, you got the UFL. Like I said, UFL is coming back this weekend. Coming back today. So we shall see what's going on. Let's see. Oh, okay. Got some other news, some good news. Headed back to Norfolk State. Head coach Robert Jones has received a good contract extension. Has received a contract extension that keeps him in Norfolk all the way up to 2032. That's a good one. Norfolk State Director of Athletics, Dr. Melody Webb, announced Saturday that head men's basketball coach Robert Jones' contract has been extended through the 2031-32 season. We are ecstatic to announce this contract extension for men's basketball head coach Robert Jones. Coach Jones has been a part of every historic milestone this program has accomplished at the Division I level, building a winning culture that stands alone at the top of the MEAC. I am confident that this team will not only maintain the prestigious standard that Coach Jones has set in place, but continue to grow and reach unprecedented heights. Accumulating over 230 wins across 12 seasons as the head coach of the Norfolk State men's basketball program, Jones has guided the Spartans to their greatest run of the team's Division I era. Most recently, Norfolk State defeated South Carolina State 66-65 to win the 2025 MEAC Tournament Championship and advance to the NCAA Tournament. Let's see, 3 of the Spartans' 4 MEAC Tournament titles have come under Coach Jones' watch. The other one came while Jones serves as the team associate head coach. Norfolk State has won 5 MEAC regular season crowns under Jones, owning a record of 135-45 in league play during his time at the helm. But man, that's a bad man right there. Hey, congratulations to you, Coach. Congratulations to you. You deserve it. You deserve everything that you got. But let's get into it. So I've been looking on Twitter. Like I be on Twitter, but I don't be on Twitter like that a lot. But I was looking on there. And I'm seeing some things about the MEAC. About the MEAC might be losing some teams, right? They might be losing schools. I'm not gonna say I can give you a guess on which ones. This is just from me, just my opinion. One of them is in Orangeburg, and the other one might be in Durham. Don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say yeah, they, but this, if that is the truth, this puts the MEAC in a position where on the football side, they can lose their automatic qualifier, because that will put them from having 6 football playing schools to 4. Now remember, the whole MEAC, you got 6 football playing schools, two non-football playing schools. You got, that would be Maryland Eastern Shore and Coppin State in Baltimore, Maryland. I don't know what to get out of this, but I would say that a lot of folks were sitting, I think some folks were trying to put blame on one school over in East Greensboro, North Carolina. And that school, per se, would be North Carolina A&T. And of course, when the MEAC was stacked, when the MEAC was stacked, and let's go back to the teams and when they came into the conference and when they left out. So of course the MEAC is been around since 1970. It pretty much was made up from majority schools that were in the CIAA, if you really think about it, because you had to kind of put it in a perspective. So majority of it was in the CIAA. South Carolina State came from SIAC. Then you bring in you got FAMU and Thune-Cookman. They were the SIAC, if I'm not mistaken. You got Central, who came from the CIAA, that moved back in. You had Winston-Salem. You had South Carolina State. Savannah State. So you pretty much had Hampton. You had a lot of members up in here. You had a lot of members. Former full members, let's get to know. Bethune-Cookman, FAMU. You already know they moved to the SWAC. Made that move in 2021. Hampton University made they move to the CAA, to Big South first, then to the CAA. North Carolina A&T made they move from the Big South to the CAA. Savannah State dropped down back to Division II and went back to the SIAC. Winston-Salem State dropped down back to Division II and went back to the CIAA. Those are your former members. But everything revolves around the football. Football, basically, it just all revolves around football, because football is your main moneymaker. I'm thinking you started to see the demise of the MEAC once Dennis Thomas became the commissioner for the conference in 2002. He held on to that for almost 20 years and passed it down to I think she's not a doctor, Sonia Stills, who is the only HBCU commissioner. She's the only female commissioner of Division I HBCU Athletic Conference. And she is the first female commissioner of the MEAC. But Dennis Thomas was the one who held the reins of the MEAC for a long time. So he was also athletic director for 12 years at Hampton University, in which we all know that university was a stronghold by Dr. Harvey, who pretty much ran the university for pretty much close to over 30 years. William R. Harvey. Pretty much 40 years, 44, 45 years. And then pretty much that was his lecture. But to kind of get the gist of it, the move, if my thing is, if you want to be upset about why the MEAC is the way it is, I mean, I would not point blame at A&T. I will point blame at when you brought in Winston-Salem and Savannah State, whose budget was not, whose athletic budget was not up to par. Dennis Thomas. I know Dennis Thomas is not the commissioner. He was the commissioner. Sonya Stills is the commissioner, but she is still a Dennis Thomas disciple. And let's not get personal. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just putting it out there. If you want to get upset about why the MEAC is the way it is, put point blank at bringing in the smaller schools whose athletic budget was not up to par with the other schools that are in said conference. Now, but other than that, I cannot point blame at A&T. I cannot point blame at Florida A&M. I cannot point blame at Bethune-Cookman. Can't point blame at Winston-Salem, nor Hampton, nor Savannah State. They all had their reasons why they wanted to leave out. Of course, we all know the reason why FAMU and Bethune left out was because of the travel. You are a Florida kid going all the way up to Dover, Delaware to play a football game in November. It's cold. Savannah State, same thing. Why would we want to go all the way up to Delaware, to Maryland, to DC to play these teams where we can be in the SIAC? All we got to do is travel through Georgia and Alabama and to Jacksonville. I think the furthest they had to travel to is Ohio because of Central State. Kentucky State is, that's a travel. Lane College in Tennessee, that's a travel for them. At the same time, their athletic budget did not match well with everybody else in the conference. Same with Winston-Salem. The athletic budget did not match well with everybody else's in the conference. Bringing back in North Carolina Central, that's kind of iffy because it's a smaller school. but they have been competitive in all sports. I'm gonna be real with you, Mr. Haynes. I'm gonna be real with you. You can say this all day till the cows come home, but at the end of the day, if your commissioner ain't doing anything to either keep the teams in the conference, add a couple of teams to the conference, or have a plan if the conference decides, if teams and schools decide that they're going to leave, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because if you got 2 football playing schools saying they might be able, that they might jump ship, they leave you with 4. You cannot have you barely would have an automatic qualifier, plus that Celebration Bowl contract will be pretty much null and void. So let's keep this a buck. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of people, a lot of people are still saying A&T should come back to the MEAC. They should have never left in the first place. They knew when they got to the CAA that they was not going to be competitive. They were competitive when they was in the big South. Some people said that Hampton should come back to the MEAC, but what's going to happen with them? They had some success in the MEAC. I mean, in the CAA as far as football goes. They haven't had that many wins, but at the same time, it's not like what A&T went through these last 2 years. So, to me, what's up with A&T? People, people get mad because what they said last night. Y'all fall for the A&T folks fall for the bait. You fall for the bait. The bait is just dangling right here, and you just steady fall for it, hook, line, sinker. I mean, it's engagement. It's engagement. It ain't that much engagement, but it's engagement. But at the same time, what if A&T came back to the MEAC? How would that look? How would it look? I don't know how it would look. I don't know how it would look if A&T came back. I don't know how it would look if Hampton came back. I mean, you got 2 small schools that might defect. What does that mean for the other 4 that play football? What does that mean for Howard? What does that mean for Morgan? What also does it mean for Norfolk and what's the last school? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's the count of the four schools: Norfolk, Howard, and Delaware State. You said send family back to the yeah. We'll take Howard. Yeah, I had a brain freeze, man. Now I don't think Howard want to come down to the South. They too bougie to come down to the South. They'll turn their nose up, be like peasant, peasant. I mean, it's the same thing. I don't think it's the same thing people say about teams in the SWAC. There's some teams in the SWAC that don't need to be playing Division I football. Some people say that Mississippi Valley need to go down to Division II. For what? Some people might say Alcorn might need to go back down to Division II. Some people might say Pine Bluff need to go back to NAI. But that's what they were before. Some people say that Bethune-Cookman need to go back down, need to go down to Division II. For what? I mean, you got, teams, schools, that budget might not even be there, might not be the same as like a Prairie View's budget. But they go out there and they compete. But at the same time, A&T, why y'all mad? Why y'all be so mad when we mention y'all? And see what we got from Mr. Lawrence. It said, you see how we're going to the all private Patriot League, Morgan State, Norfolk State to the CAA, Central and South Carolina State to the SoCon, Delaware State, Coppin State, and Eastern Shore to the NEC. And there you have it. That would be the end of the MEAC. Um, mm, what's up? What's up, Uncle Sid? But I don't know. Why y'all so mad? I mean, A&T, why y'all be so mad? Like, we ain't did nothing to y'all. Yeah, the end of the MEAC means the end of the Celebration Bowl, and then pretty much that would mean that the Sweat would probably opt back into the NCAA playoffs, um, into the FCS playoffs, which they don't want to do that, but they want to create something. Um, but A&T, they get mad at everybody. Like, for what? What we do to y'all? We ain't did nothing to y'all. We ain't did nothing to y'all. Y'all decided that y'all want to leave. Y'all want to take our ball and go home. So y'all went back. Y'all went to the Big South, and then y'all go to the CAA. Yeah, Southern and Grambling and Bama State, because they had late games, because the playoffs start the week of Thanksgiving. They had late games. Yeah. So those three teams they cannot go to the playoffs. But if not dreaming about breaking up the MEAC. I'm not dreaming about breaking up the MEAC. I'm saying if your commissioner was competent enough, then she would get off her high horse and do some damn work to make sure that you still have a MEAC conference. To get on the phone. Stop turning your nose up in Norfolk. Man, let's keep we're gonna keep FAMU in the sweat. I like the comedy relief, and we can beat up on them in football. You say y'all have it under control, but at the same time, y'all in trouble. Y'all are in trouble. Y'all in trouble. I'm saying this. I'm saying this as I'm trying to be an advocate. I mean, I'm an advocate for all HBCU conferences and everything. Where I say I don't want to see the conference get disbanded, but if that actually happens, those two schools, who is she going to replace the schools with? I mean, you gonna get on the phone, call Tennessee State? They already got their own issues. What you gonna do? You gonna add somebody to elevate? Are you gonna add Virginia State to elevate to Division One? Are you gonna go back and add Winston-Salem to elevate back to Division One? I mean, are you gonna do Fayetteville State? So that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm really asking. Are you gonna what are you gonna do if that actually happens? What is the conference gonna do if that actually happens? Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. I know he got paid. Yeah, he see. I just want to see what he can do. Can he get it done without his boys? And then here's the thing. Here's the thing about the MEAC with the commissioner. What are the presidents and the chancellors doing? Because they're the ones that vote for the commissioner. See what you got. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you got a revenue share. But it is what it is. So Commissioner Steels, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to get down or are you going to lay down? And yes, I took that from state property. You're going to get down, you're going to lay down. Yeah, the DC rivalry. Yeah, I'm about to say, well, we ain't getting rid of y'all shit. Y'all had to do something really egregious before the council of presidents that get rid of y'all. Now, y'all here for our entertainment. I don't know if it feels to be an apology, but I'm just saying, what is she gonna do? Is she gonna, like I said, is she gonna get down or she gonna lay down? Is she gonna go out there and try to get more schools to come into the conference, or is she going to decide like, look, there's nothing else I can do? Conference been around for 55 years. It's still a fairly, I want to say, a young conference because, the youngest conference right now is I think the United Athletic Conference. And I think that's the one. But at the same time, hey, I don't know if you're gonna get an apology, but I just say it like this: some folks just need to go ahead and stop blaming A&T for the demise of the MEAC. Do I want them to come back? I do. I kind of do want them to come back because that's competition. Do y'all need them to come back? Do y'all need them to come back? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, y'all, they come back, they come back. If not, oh well. Yeah, the NEC is in big trouble of folded. I think they just got Chicago. I think the NEC just got Chicago State to join them for basketball, and they're waiting on for them to get their football program going up. But if that's the case, they decide to come to the MEAC. Well, there you go. There you go. Other than that, man, if anybody want to jump on, anybody want to come join the conversation, come on up. The link to join the stream is in the chat. But other than that, man, look, like I said, I'm not gonna stay on here too long. Damn, Drake, why you have to crash the whole party? Family can't beat Mississippi teams at home. I don't even think they ain't even played Alcorn yet, so they playing this season. I think, in fact, I think they got Alcorn for home. They got Alcorn for homecoming. Oh, let's see. Let's get to it. Let me see what my prize pick looking like. Okay, Jace Richardson got 20 already. I just need James Harden to score 8 more points. Anyway, if you like the stream, if you like more of these shows right here, hit the donation button. Make sure you hit the Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. Also, if you like the stream, if you like more of this, become a member. Become a member of the hottest HBCU show that's out there right now. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. On the men's side, Tennessee is up by 12 on Kentucky, 55-43 in the second half with 10 and a half minutes left. Michigan State with a 2-point lead right now against Ole Miss. 33 seconds left in the game. That's on the men's side. On the women's side, let's see what we got on the women's side. North Carolina State up by 2 on LSU. This is the Sweet 16 Region 1 game in Spokane, Washington. That's travel time. And then the Lady Rebels from Ole Miss take on the number 1 overall seed UCLA Bruins. Maryland loses to South Carolina 71 to 67. Duke, Lady Blue Devils defeated UNC 47-38. Ugly score. That's an ugly score. Mm. All right. Southern Cal got Kansas State tomorrow in the Sweet 16 matchup. Yeah, the Pioneer League, yeah, but they don't, and the Pioneer League don't give out scholarships either. So they don't give out scholarships either. Let's see what else we got going on a Friday night. Baseball season just started yesterday, and my Braves, we lost our first game to San Diego, to the Padres yesterday. We played tonight in 20 minutes. Red Sox and the Rangers right now, tied 1-1 in the top of the 5th. Woo. Looks like Tennessee, if the game stays the way it is, they will head to the Elite Eight on Sunday. Other than that, man, look, I'm about to get off this thing. We'll probably be, it's football season. We got football. It's hard to talk about basketball when you got, football season. I'm so used to football season. Women's bowling tournament. The NCAA women's bowling tournament. See them announce. I think who won out of the SWAC? I think Prairie View won out of SWAC, and I think A&T won the MEAC for women's bowling. It is hard to do. It is hard to talk about other sports when you don't have football to go to. Well, the biggest star, man, for on the women's side, shoot, she hurt. She hurt. Ooh, but other than that, y'all, let me get up off this thing. Shout out to Pono's coming out tomorrow. I'll probably be back on tomorrow night. If not, I will be back on Sunday evening. Also Tuesday, I'll be back on Sunday evening. I'm going to go ahead and try to get some more people to interview. Tuesday, catch me with Fat Mouth Sports with Troy, TP, Marlo, Jamal, DK. We'll be talking about the Madness basketball podcast. That's on Tuesday. On Thursday is the Gathering of Old Men podcast, HBCU Tonight mashup. That's how we do it over here. And of course, we're going to have some on Friday. But other than that, I am about to roll out because I'm about to get my lunch together, get my breakfast together for tomorrow. I've already taken a shower. I'm smelling good, feeling good, and I am about to watch some basketball. And if not, I'm just gonna binge watch 911. I've been binge watching TV shows for the last 2 months, y'all. It makes no sense. Of course, I gotta catch a replay of SmackDown because they're still in Europe. I'm ready for WrestleMania to come on up. Get ready for that. I want to see what John Cena gonna do. John Cena said he gonna make us forget the famous Ric Flair. Woo! But like I said, I'm a wrestling fan, so I've been watching SmackDown, Monday Night Raw on Netflix. I think that's the reason why they want to do it. They want him to go out in style, but the heel turn. If John Cena, if he wanted to do the heel turn, if he wanted to do the heel turn, I think he should have went back to the Doctor of Thugonomics. I think that's what he should have went back to. That's just my take. I think Roman Reigns is your tribal chief. Yes. I acknowledge it. But nah, I think he is back. He's back. The Rock is known as the final boss. But I think for WrestleMania, I think Jimmy Uso is going to defeat Gunther to get the World Heavyweight Championship. I think Bianca is going to win the women's championship from EO and Rhea Ripley. I think he's losing. He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. He's held that title too long. He's gonna lose. You gotta push Jimmy now. You gotta push him now. I think that's what it is, but at the same time, at the same time, I like the heel turn from Naomi. The only thing I don't like is the outfit that she got, because it reminds me so much. It reminded me so much of Owen Hart. It reminded me so much of Owen Hart when he had the caution tape, when he was with the Nation of Domination. Yeah, I'm waiting on for that too. I'm waiting on for the crash out for real. I'm waiting on for that whole crash out. I'm waiting on for that. Some other things that I like in the NBA. My Mavericks have moved up to the number 9 seed. Yes, we are in 9th place. AD has come back. He's not playing back-to-backs, but he is coming back because we get ready for the playoff. I told y'all that this season was not a wash. For my Mavericks. I know Kyrie just had surgery the other day. Get well, my guy. So we still in the play-in game, but I think we can move up. We can't tank. Why would we tank? Why would we tank, Ed? We can't tank. We're not gonna get a good position. We're not gonna get a good. I'd rather go into the play-in game, win 2 games, get ourselves in the playoff, play the number 8, play the number 1 team. That's what I'm saying. Why we need to tank? I'm not saying we don't have no draft picks, but we don't need to tank. We are still in the playoff run. And Jason Kidd is not the type of person, he's not the type of coach he's gonna say he's gonna tank for a team. Not for no pick. We're not even guaranteed to get it. Yeah, I'm gonna call you crazy, Lawrence. I'm gonna call you crazy because the Clippers ain't winning the West. We good. Then Whitty coming in. Jaden Hardy is coming in, playing exceptionally well on the point guard spot. We got AD back. We gonna get Gafford. We should be getting Gafford back. We gonna be fine. I ain't worried about y'all. Now this did surprise me, seeing that Taylor Jenkins, with a record he has a record of 44-29, got fired today. Don't know why. He got fired. No, the Cowboy delusion does not rub off on the Mavericks fans. No. If you was alive when the Mavericks was trash, you will understand. If you will understand. So, but other than that, man, look, we basketball, that NBA is ramping up. Less than 6 minutes to go in the second half. Tennessee is up 14, 66-52 over Kentucky. And it's diabolical to have an all SEC Sweet 16. Then you got University of Houston take on U of H take on Purdue at 9:09. in the Midwest region. LSU has taken the lead over North Carolina State 76-73 with 17 seconds left in the game. Let me let me get you hip to this head. We were trash. We trash in 1991. During the Bulls' first run in the finals, yeah, we were trash. We were trash. We had a whole it could have been a whole decade, but we were trash. We had a season where we finished 11 and we finished 13 and 69, 9 and 73, 11 and 71. Then we started drafting. We got Jamal Mashburn, we got Jim Jackson, got Jason Kidd, and play started coming up. Then we traded Jason Kidd for Michael Finley. We traded Jason Kidd for Michael Finley. Yeah, it was before your time. I'm telling you, it was in the early mid '90s. We didn't get good. We didn't get that good until Mark Cuban bought the team. Who do we have? Who do we? Oh, Paige. Paige Beckers is the number one pick, coming straight to Dallas. Come on, Paige. Her and Enrique. Ooh, that's a nice combination. That's a nice combination for a WNBA team. LSU pulling away. Up 5 now. Michigan State defeats Old Pitt 73-70 on the men's side. Michigan State heads to the Elite Eight on Sunday. Michigan and Auburn play in 15 minutes. I got Michigan winning that game. Fuck Auburn. Let's see what Taylor Jenkins fired said. The Memphis Grizzlies fired Taylor Jenkins. They're winning as head coach on Friday with the team struggling down the stretch and at risk of losing home court advantage in the postseason. Could have just wait till the end of the season. Damn. Said that it was Sharania, the new Woj. Sources told ESPN Shams that Jenkins was called into the Grizzly office Friday morning and told he was being fired. The team believed that Jenkins had lost the locker room over the course of the season and that making the change now might mitigate how the Grizzlies finish the season. Man. Yeah, he's a Greg Popovich disciple. But yeah, man, look, we about to roll about this thing. I done talk a lot of basketball. We talk basketball, talk about A&T. Don't be blaming them. They need to stop being mad at each other, mad at folks. Enjoy the engagement that you receive. Spring football for Jackson State is next week. The month of April is coming up in next week. Shit. Month of April is next week. And the end of, well, I think, the end of Ramadan. End of Ramadan is March 31st. We got Easter Sunday coming up on the 20th. The portal opens up. I think the portal's open up. It opens back up in April. Opens up next month. I think in the next 2 weeks, a week and a half or 2 weeks or so. I don't give me the line, but I got to just figure it out. I'm gonna check to see about it again. But again, man, look, I appreciate everybody for joining in, coming in and watching, tuning in. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you like, stream, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure, if you can, hit the donation button, hit the Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, donate to the channel, because the channel don't pay for itself. And last but not least, we simulcast on Twitter and YouTube. So all my folks that's on Twitter, hit that follow button and then come on to the side of the YouTube and hit that subscribe button. But also, last but not least, make sure you get your mentals checked. Get your mental health checked. I did. I'm doing it, and I'm feeling great. Other than that, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Hug your loved ones. And hold on to your loved ones. Love on your loved ones. We about this thing. Be easy. Peace.